Hi, welcome to This is Private Practice for Tuesday, the 7th of August, 2018. I have got all sorts of notifications happening over here with people wanting to know, are we on today? We're on today. I just had some decision making that I needed to be involved in. Oh, my lordy. Hey, Priscilla. Oh, you've changed your name on Facebook. Woo, check you out. I like knowing your whole name. Possibly because I was scared I was always mispronouncing the shortened your name. You're finally awake and you're glad I'm back. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. So it's been an interesting day today. So in case any of you ever need to know this information, there are a lot of moving parts when you're organizing a funeral. Just thought I would let you know. And usually we in Western worlds, we like to have our funerals pretty quick. And if it is as a consequence of a death that's unexpected, nobody's prepared for the stuff and the things. And then on top of that, you've got all these heightened emotions. And I thought sensibly that I could manage all of the tasks while I was managing my workload and my business today. And I can tell you at 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, I don't think I should do any more now. So if I have impolite words come out of my mouth, if I'm a little bit harsh today, if I'm a little bit self-depreciating, that's okay. That's just me coping with the fact that I haven't managed myself very well. Good night. So let's talk about this. Why do we like to overcomplicate everything? What is that about? Now, I am going to share with you that was prompted by my gorgeous friend Nicola, because she let me know that she has had a activity go on in her business today where she's overcomplicated something. And she got me thinking about how much I'm overcomplicating things in my business. And then before I got on this call, Sophie was trying to organize space for me and our co-working space in the city. And there's been recent changes with our rental agreement, and that's become more complicated than it needs to be as well. So overcomplication, that's unnecessary. Priscilla, that could make things more interesting. I think it helps me avoid. So I'll give you an example today where I find overcomplication turning up for me. Overcomplication turns up. So I have this brand new free online training. It's all about how to build a networking conversation. Really simple. It's one marketing tactic that I am happy to share with the world because it's really powerful, and it's one of those things that is often ignored because most of us would prefer to sit behind our websites, like behind our websites, and play with those or write a Google AdWord or create a new meme rather than talk to people, which I find hilarious because we as health professionals, especially those of us who specialize in mental health, we're kind of the experts in the people, and we need to learn how to talk to the people. So I've got this awesome free training. It's just none of you know where it is. And then I get upset because none of you are registering for it, and I can't talk to you about it, and I can't ask for testimonials of it because none of you know where it is. So I'm complicating things by going, I could create this social media post, and then I'll do this campaign, and I'll do that campaign. How about I just tell you it's around? And then I might just send an email to my 1,000 odd people who are on my email list and go, hey, would you like to do this thing? And then how about I go to my current clients, especially those that have multiple clinician practices, and go, would you like this free training for some of your staff and team members? Because it's probably going to help them. And then I could let a few of my awesome therapist community friends know and ask them if they'd like to share it. Because really, the only people who've been marketing this have been the super special Ks, Katie and Kate from the Private Practice Startup, because they found it and they love it. So why do we make marketing more complicated than it needs to be? And I know, Nicola, that you shared with me today that you were spending all of your time and energy on trying to find new leads and creating new lead generation when you've got a list of 20 gazillion million people, probably not quite that many, maybe a few less zeros, and maybe you could talk to your current clients and current people who love you to help you fill your events in October. So we make things complicated. Then I had another interesting discussion where I had this complication where I couldn't find my filing. I overcomplicate my filing all the time. poor Sophie. We create filing systems and then I forget them. So then I can't find the things that I filed. And I am so grateful that just about every piece of software has a search function on it these days, because if it didn't happen, I would lose a lot of time. Hey, John Drury's joined. Hey, honey, how's your day going? Haven't seen you since really early this morning. I got up. That's how long it's been since I saw my husband. Where else do we overcomplicate things? Oh, here's one. When an Australian company is bought out by a British company and we're trying to book rooms from said British company, but they don't have operating hours in Australian time. We're at the other end of the world. So when you're awake, we're asleep. So when you're asleep, we're awake. So businesses that are going to do business with Australia need to work out that we have different time zones. I've got to go to the city on Thursday. I want to be able to consult really well. This whole new rental arrangement had totally stuffed my head and my planning, and wow. So if anybody's got office space in Sydney CBD and they'd like to have really consistent tenants who are awesome and clean, we clean up after ourselves, please let me know, because I think I'm on the hunt for new rooms. That's future Joe's problem. This week I am working on streamlining and simplifying where I can, what I can. I think it is hilarious how much complication we've got going on. I like your idea, Priscilla, that it makes things more interesting. There's some people with that personality who would find that stimulation exciting, but I do think there's a lot of us who use it as an avoidance tactic. So I want to challenge you on that, on where you're finding things that are complicating your life unnecessarily so. If you can never find your keys, create yourself a system, just put them in the same place. Preferably not in the fridge, which is a joke for my family. If my sister watches this, she might start laughing about that. Finding things, knowing where you filed things, systems and processes. That's why online business managers are so powerful for us, because they help us systematize all that stuff that most of us aren't good at. And if we are good at it, then please share your brilliance and your knowledge with the rest of the world. So we made it through Tuesday. I don't think I will try and plan a funeral and do client work ever again. I'm hoping I'm never in this situation ever again, but I do think that's been a little bit too much today. Much lighter client load tomorrow, so I can be really focused on helping my family with our funeral arrangements. Thursday, really heavy client load. I think I'm going to tell my family. Actually, no, I commit now to telling my family I'm not going to be available on Thursday. In fact, I'm going to let them know today, because that's actually fairer and we can all plan together. I'm going to go do that. So wishing you a lovely evening, night, morning. Looking forward to sharing with you on a Wednesday afternoon. And I hope you're warm where you are, because it is still really cold here. This is Private Practice. I'm Jo Muirhead, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again this week.